Welcome in, everyone. We're doing some NASCAR racing, and then we're going to be doing some endurance racing in touring cars afterwards. I've done some practicing in this to see how many laps I can do before the tires are dead, and it's a 90 lap race this, and I managed to get 45 laps out on it, and the tires are like 50%, so I should be able to make it on one pit stop if there's no safety car. Should, but we will soon figure that out, work it out if it actually that plan pays off in the race. And I've also figured moving the brakes way back as well also helps, because the brakes are like 58% forward, so I've moved them to like 51.6 back. The trail brake into corners to try and save the front tires, and it worked an absolute treat. So hopefully we can get some good times. So we're going to figure out and see what this race does. And hopefully survive. That's the plan anyway. Let's do a couple of practice laps before the race starts in 9 minutes. I don't know if the lines I've been taking are the best lines, but the lines I have been taking have been survivable. So we should be fine, but we will find out. Oh yeah, moving the brakes back to 51.6. I found it helps a lot. But the only thing I am worried about is the pit stop entrance under green lights, because it's right after this bend here. So it's like, do I slow down on the bend and dart in, or do I slow down on back straight? I think it will determine that, whether there's anyone around me when I go in at the time. But we'll figure that shit out. We'll figure that shit out as we go. Oh yeah, moving the brakes back helps massively on saving the front right, because now it's putting all the braking on the right rear into corner, so it kind of transfers some of the load across. And I don't have to turn in so sharp. So we're going to figure out what happens here and see how it goes. So now I'm using the brakes to get it to rotate in instead of relying just on steering, and it saves the front right so much. car 9's flying. Oh, you'll see what I mean with pits here. Oh, fuck. Could have done a little bit later there. Well, the only downside of having the brakes that far back is it wants to spin under braking. So I've just got to be careful of that under heavy braking into pits. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining, and we're going to see what happens. Just got to try not to speed into pits because there's no pit limit on this. Oh, it'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining regardless what happens. I need to get a black flag. I want to extend something. I need to get a black flag so I know it's not in way when I extend it. Let's speed in pits and get a black flag. There we go. Alright, let's extend these out a little bit. Where is it? Standings, there we go. Now I've got to figure out which option it is. There we go. I've got a bit more. Probably got a bit more. There we go. That'll do. And then so that I wanted to make that a little bit wider for usernames, and then we can move that there like that. That'll do. Might actually be better putting it there. That's it way of that. That should be fine now. What I want anyway. It's going to be entertaining this race anyway, regardless what happens. It's going to be entertaining. Can't stop yawning. Oh, we're up till like 2:30 in the morning. I was planning on sleeping till like 11 o'clock today in the morning, but I just couldn't sleep. Like, I woke up at 8 o'clock, we had an alarm, and I'm just like, I didn't even feel tired. Like, I just couldn't sleep anymore. And so I just got up and started doing shit. But now I'm feeling it. But it is what it is. I'm going to do a nice pulled pork tonight in slow cooker. I've got a nice big pork loin. I'm going to do some nice pulled pork tonight, I think. And that'll be nice for tomorrow's lunch. I think that might be moving slightly. Just so it's level-ish. I'm not too sure how many tires we get on this as well. That's why I went and practiced, seeing if I can go 45 laps on one set, because 45 is 90 lap race. So I'd see if I could do halfway. And I could get halfway doing 34 lap times. So I were happy with that. So if we get no safety car pits and we only get one set of tyres, I know I can make it halfway and still be fine. I've been doing that much practice on dead tyres that now I'm not getting on throttle early enough with good tyres. Gotta be careful of that wall on exit, because these are like paper bags. It's so easy to get wheel damage on these. Come on, can we get a good time? Can we get a good time? I think we're going to improve it. But we're gonna... Yeah, not going to improve it. That wall tap cost time. I think I might have made that a little bit too wide up there. That will work. Don't know how I got first place, but I'll take it. Is anyone else doing any more driving? I can't remember if this is a first gear or a second gear launch. I'll find out when we're doing the outlap. I kind of want to do a second gear launch. I don't know if that's the best one. Oh, we'll find out. I'm still shocked that I got first place, so I don't know how the fuck I pulled that rabbit out of the hat.
We expect to be fighting for the podium. Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
Only thing I'm worried about the most on this is the green light pit. I'm really worried about that.
Rev 4 boobies!
There are 2 additional sets of tyres during this race. Have a good race.
Yeah, 2 tyres. That practice paid off with dead tyres. Yeah, I'm doing second gear launch. I don't trust myself with first gear. Being that far up in RPMs, I might regret this. I will figure it out.
About to go green, stay focused. Post car is off, time to do your job. Green flag, green flag.
That were a shit fucking launch from me.
Car outside,
Holy
outside,
Jesus.
clear.
In the history of worst launches, I think I just won that award. I don't know why I shit myself and geared up.
Car outside. Still there, hold your line.
I think it were
Stay
them
low.
at the side of me, hearing them redline at the side of me. What did it? I
Clear
thought I were
outside.
redlining, and it weren't. It were them. I think that's what might have done it.
Inside. Keep high. Clear.
Nearly brake checked him behind. Oh, fucking so sorry.
Still there,
I'm so
hold your
glad
line.
that he spotted a fucked up in front. That could have
Still
been
there,
bad
hold
for
your
him.
line.
I don't mind wrecking
Clear.
myself, but if I wreck someone else, I fucking hate that. So I'm so glad that he spotted that.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Looks like these are just letting off and not using the brakes.
New fastest lap for you.
But I know I can get 45 laps out of these tyres. So definitely driving at this speed anyway. Because when I did the practice run, I was going absolutely balls to the wall. I weren't taking it careful like this. So I might even get 50-60 laps out of these tyres. If there's no safety car, that is. Just gotta keep it off at wall, because these are like a wet paper bag when you hit the wall, these cars.
The leader is running 33.394.
Well, the line is that on the practice, what I was doing, I purposely took the worst line. Just scrubbed the shit out the tyres as well. I did it under the worst conditions to see how far I could push them during the worst conditions. So I think doing this I might be okay. Because that way how much I'm turning in here, I was turning in a lot more. I was just trying to kill the tyres and see how far I could go with it, kind of a thing. Got a nice rhythm here. Got a really nice rhythm. I think potentially the only time there's going to be a safety car here is when pits start coming up with how the pit entrance is on this track. That's my guess anyway. I've got to get in front of this person because he's falling back and I'm falling back with him. Well, this is why I practice under the worst conditions.
Outside.
So when shit like this happens,
Go low.
I know I can handle it and I know I can drive it.
Still there, hold your line. Outside, clear. You're in 4th position.
I think that's why it also helps having brake pressure massively to the rear. So you can rotate it in under rear tyres on brakes to try and take some stress off the front right as well. And I also practice using my right hand and a non-dominant arm, so I could give my left hand a rest in race. My left arm's my dominant one. We're being left-handed.
The leader just did a 34.02.
This is probably the only oval race I've ever put a lot of practice in. I didn't want to wreck it because it's a B-class race. And normally people in these B-class races are really fucking clean like this. Like, really incredibly clean. And I didn't want to fuck it up for anyone. So, I did a shit ton of practicing. It does look like it's paid off for the most part so far. I think he at Wallen.
Car's the leader. Outside. Still there. Outside, clear. Outside. You're now in third. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear high.
That leader's going to run away if we don't catch.
Outside. Keep low. Clear. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.1 seconds. You're in second position right now.
Wall.
No damage. Car looks clean.
Lucky I got no damage there. I got on power way too early. I was racing leader instead of racing the track. See, that's the issue with me. When I'm on a track, what I like with cars, what I like, instead of racing the track, I revert to racing the car in front. And that's when I start making stupid mistakes. It looks like the leader's gone. I don't think we're going to catch them. We're out of safety car. If he wants to go, he can. I'll let him go.
Still inside. Still there, inside. Clear inside. Inside. The leader is running. 34.141. Still inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear inside. Inside. Still there at the
I don't
bottom.
know why that said Fields of Honor,
Clear inside.
not Folds of Honor. But yeah, that leader's gone. There's no safety car, he's won it. The pack let him get away. And he just kept on walking away after that. I just hope that no one else has done as much practicing as what I have on dead tyres. I know I can take it to 50 and be fine. I didn't push it after 50, I just pitted at 50 to see what tyres were at. And I was still doing low 34s at lap 50 before I pitted. So I should be golden. Not really bothered about I rating. I just want that sweet safety rating. Because I want to get an A license in my oval at end of season. So I'm more interested over safety than anything, but if I can get some sweet I rating as well, that'll be a nice bonus. But let's see what happens. But I've got a funny feeling that people will start pitting at lap 30. So we've got 2 sets of tyres. So I've got a funny feeling that people are going to pit at 30 and 60. And I'm kind of praying that that happens, because that's when safety cars will start potentially happening. Then I can just get a free set of tyres. Well, these cars do handle a lot differently in slipstream. So I'm tempted to let that car go in front to get some clean air, but then again, that car behind might catch me then. I'm fighting with myself whether to let him go in front and get some clean air for a little bit, or stick with him and try and pull a gap on behind. I have noticed I am turning slightly more, being behind someone. Might move brake bias a little bit further back. The only issue with moving brake bias so far back is when you pit, because at quick speeds like this, the back don't want to get loose. But when you get to low speeds with rear brake heavy ballast on these, it kind of feels like you just slammed handbrake on, or e-brake.
Filling up now should get us to the end.
I love it when it's like, filling up now, should make it to the end. It's a 22-gallon tank. I've got 11 gallons left, and I need to take 22 gallons to make it to the end. So filling up now isn't going to make it to the end.
The leader just did a 34.327.
Him in front is slowing me down, but I can't get quick enough
The car behind
to
is
overtake
closing on
him.
you. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
I was chill behind him. I'm only here for SR anyway. High rating's just a bonus. I'm surprised no one's pitted yet. Gary's catching quick. Him in front is massively slowing me down. I need to get in front of him. Blow me down by 0.2, 0.3 a lap. Oh, have I got him? Got him.
Still there, hold your line.
Have I?
Clear.
Yeah, we got him. Got clean air now.
Back in third. Keep hustling.
If Gary wants to go, he can go because he's quicker than me. I'm just glad I'm in front of the other person. Gary's on a mission.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1 second. The leader just did a 34.262.
Them behind's looked after the tyres more than what I have.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1 second.
See, this is the question, no, Nat. How far do I take it? Past 45? Because the further I take it, the better I'll be at the end of the track race. However, if there's a safety car, it might screw me. If I take it further, do you know what I mean?
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2 seconds. Inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear. Car inside. Clear. Inside. Stay high. Clear. The leader is running 34.351.
Officially halfway now as we cross the line this time round. Time to see when people start pitting.
Car inside. Clear.
He's
inside.
zooming.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap
Yeah, he
is
pitted 32.
4.7 seconds.
That was someone who pitted at 32. He's got to pit one more
You're losing
time.
on the car in front.
He
Gap
has
is
to pit one more.
1.3 seconds. We're halfway in the race.
I'll be interested to see where Kyle's finishes though. Hitting twice like that. Car 12, I'll have to keep an eye on that one. See if that strat's better than the one what I'm doing. See where Kyle's strat will pay off is if there's a safety car later on. Because he'll get a lucky dog, then get back on lead lap, and then he can pit for a fresh set of tyres. But if there's no safety cars, I'm not too sure it will pay off. Well, the further I take these tyres,
The leader's pitting now.
the better off I'll be at the end of the race if there's no safety car.
The leader is running 34.439.
I'm still doing 34s, so
Car 6 is now leading. The car behind is pitting.
I don't know. I don't know. Looks like he's going in this lap in front. Potentially. Yeah, he's going in.
The car behind is pitting. You're back in fifth.
Once I break out the 34s, that's when I'll start considering pitting a lot more. While I'm still doing 34s. I'm going to try and make these last, because it will be better off at the end. If there's no safety cars,
Inside.
I'll have better tyres at the end,
Clear inside.
kind of thing. That's kind of my plan, or if the plan works out, that is.
The leader's pitting now. You're back in fourth position. Car 7 has taken the lead. The car behind is pitting.
Getting up into the top 30, high 34s now. But like I said, it'll make the next stint a lot better. They'll have more fresher tyres towards the end if there's no safety car. That's kind of what I'm praying for right now. There'll be no safety car this race.
Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear inside.
Trying to stay high for these on fresh tyres.
Clear inside. The leader is running 34.342.
My goal is to push it to 60 and pit at 60. Because I'll have 15 laps pressure tyres by the end. That is my goal.
Car inside. Clear.
Come on. Not many laps left now.
The car behind is pitting. You're back in third. Keep hustling. Car outside. Clear.
Don't know why he's all over the place unless he's got damage. They pit at 46. Come on, we can do it, Raggy. We can do it.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
And next lap we pit him.
Car inside.
Pitting him, pitting him.
The leader is running 34.18. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All clear, punch it. Be mindful, you only have one set of tyres remaining.
And now we can push. Because we're on 15 laps, fresher tyres.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not our fight. Car outside. Keep low. Clear.
This is where a safety car will pay off. Oh, it won't pay off on it. We don't need a safety car now. Like, if we can get away with no safety car, we...
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.6 seconds. Car outside. Clear outside if you want it. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 6.8 seconds.
So, I mean, that's why I want to take them tyres as long as I could. Now I'm going to have 15 laps fresher tyres if there's no safety car at the end. It means I can either afford to push it now or what you call it, play it safe and push at the end.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.3 seconds. leader just did a 34.245. Car inside. Clear. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 3.9 seconds.
Am I still in front of Kyle? I think I'm still in front of Kyle. Alright, really praying this plan played off. The only thing what can wreck this plan now is a safety car.
The leader's fitting now.
Leader's going to be on some major fresh tyres by the end. Good old Garrett. It depends how much time he lost on dead tyres taking him this long. If he can make it up at the end on good tyres. He's out at pits now and he's still got a good place. Gary's fucking goated. Being able to take it that long and still be 4th place. Fucking Gary's goated. Like I said, the only thing what can screw this plan up now is a safety car. If a safety car does come out, I don't know if I'm tempted to just take outside or take all 4s.
The car in P4 just set the fastest lap. 32.19.
Yeah, Gary's flying. Gary's won this. He's flying. There's no safety car, he's won.
The leader just did a 34.201.
Doing 2 seconds quicker than what current leader's doing. I need to deselect the inside tyres. If there's a safety car, I'm going to jump in and just take the outsides to get a quicker pit. 15 laps left. This is where people like Gary's going to take advantage, pitting on lap 70. He's got some serious fresh tyres and he can just absolutely drive it to the max now. A lot of people will be suffering what pitted at 45 or around 45s. Halfway, they'll be suffering now. You get about 15 laps. Probably about 15 laps of some really good lap times, like really good lap times. And then they start dropping off. And you stick around the 34s. Well, I stick around the 34s then. But yeah, Gary's already 4 seconds front leader. Yeah, he's won it, Garrett. If there's no safety cars, Gary's won it. Slowed down too much there. I want to be doing about, I want to be doing about 155-ish in corner. But him behind, he pitted same as what I did, 61. So he'll be in the same position as what I am, with tyre wise. Wall there.
You've got wheel damage.
Now I've got wheel damage. Fuck. Told you these are like wet paper bags. These old ass 87s. But they're fun to drive. They're really fun to drive. Fucking that wheel damage, that's fucking me up big time. I'm really overturning.
The gap is 1.2.
I need a safety car. I need a safety car, that.
10 to go, this time by.
I'm going to really be cooking my right now because I'm turning in a lot more from the wheel damage. So I need a safety car so I can get fresh tyres and go balls deep with fresh tyres on. Not bother taking repairs, just get fresh sets on. He's in slipstream now behind. He's going to catch me in the next couple of laps. I have to keep my eye open for him. But I think everyone else behind us too have done a 2 pit stop strat. Because if you look at everyone else, they're a lap down. On top left.
Sorry about that, Donald. No problem, Joe. You didn't cost us anything.
He knows I'm fucked behind. From that wall tap. If it weren't for that,
34.423.
if it weren't for that wall tap, I think my plan would have worked out fine. But I'm only here for SR. And I've got no incident points, so I should get a nice chunk at SR. Good.
Car inside.
I'd get on brakes to get it to turn them.
Car inside.
That's the other advantage of getting
Clear.
rear heavy brakes. When you have an instant like that, you can get on brakes hard and get it to turn him. I'm happy. I'm happy with top 10. What a song to end the race on.
Two left to go. Two to go. You just got the white flag. That means one more lap to go.
Good race, fellas. Nice
There's
tire
the
work.
flag. It's over.
GG.
Great job. You did really well.
That is the first massive lap race I've ever had. I think that's the first race I've had in NASCAR without a safety car.
Okay, the race is over.
90 laps without a safety car is fucking mental. I am well happy with that. Well happy with that result. And blow up my engine on start finishing line. I'm just celebrating, not wrecking.
The water temp is getting high.
Take some time to blow these up. He still hasn't blown up yet. Just got bored. Let's go see what we gained. What did we get? Oh, that's a nice chunk of change, that. A real nice chunk of change. What was my average then? 35s, or everyone else 34s. I'm surprised Gary didn't get it, if I'm being truthful. But I am happy with that result. I am happy with that. What else is going now? When's this up? That's a quarter past. Is there anything else going? Street stock. Legends. I wouldn't mind doing this, but I don't think we're going to get enough people in. It starts at 8:45 in 5 minutes. And there's only one person signed up to it. What tracks are these on? Let's have a look at Dirt Oval. Let's see what's going on now. Mini stocks, rent cars. I think I'm going to do that one. If this is clean, this should push me over into the 3.0 range. So I might get a C class if this is clean on end of season. Yeah. I won't. I can hear my dog. Oh. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go nip to the toilet and get a quick drink. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Still baffles me how much grip this car's got on dirt. Yeah, I know it's got a massive wing on it,
Just
but
set your fastest lap of the session.
I'm still shocked how fucking much grip it's got.
You just set the fastest lap.
Ugh. Let's have 2 minutes before race starts. Ugh. The only thing what does me we're doing big oval races like that is it fucks my wrist up so bad because you're not moving your arm much. You're just like moving your wheel very slightly like that. Instead, like in a sports car race, you're going like this, like you're going full motion. So you're actually moving your wrist and your elbow. But in big ovals, it's like very small movements and it fucks my wrist up something rotten. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
outside. Clear high. That was your fastest lap of the session. Car 5, just set the fastest lap. 14.263. You've got wheel damage.
Let's see how good or bad this is going to be. I'm just praying for a 0 incident, because then that will put me over 3.0. Fingers crossed that will get me C-Class next season.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
You've got a lot more grip in this than what you actually realise, and
One more lap.
it's really off-putting, because it's like my brain is saying let off because it's dirt.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
I love doing that in this car. I love it. I only hope this race is 0 incidences. Absolute 0. I don't know why it's such a long wait time because there's no other drivers doing it. So I bet these two are not qualifying and they haven't clicked ready to race. I bet that's all we're waiting for. These two not qualifying and just haven't clicked ready to race. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it.
You'll be lining up on the inside. Closed. Pit road is closed. The estimated SOF is...
Mute the spotter for y'all guys because he's going to be going off consistently this race. So a bit hard to talk. I can still hear spotter, but y'all guys can't. Kinda like that design in front. What happened to that other person? Then he just got hard left into the wall. Going higher than what I should because I'm trying to avoid everyone and get a 0x. Oh, that were a little bit close. That's why I was going so high, to avoid that happening, what he just did there. Where he proper just bodied that car on outside. I'd be so annoyed if this game didn't have visor tear off. Oh my god. We are mucky that gets in these races like this. What the fuck is he doing? See, that when people turn like that, it makes you wonder whether they're on controller or not. How he darted across twice. So quick. Ooh. That was close. Didn't see it till last minute. Why is he not towed? Hopefully that put me over the 3.0. Come on, results, where are you? Yes. I might get C-class next season now. Might. Not always guaranteed, but I might. That's at $5:30, we'll do that. Oh, this always puts a smile on my face. Oh, too much handbrake. I'll get my timing down for that corner again. Same with this one at the end. According to that, the fastest I've got is a 53 flat. No, 53.5. Fuck. Too late, way too late. Oh, whoever put that? Oh, whoever put that? There we go. That's where I put it. No, it's not where I put it. I'll be back in a minute. There we go. I left my insulin downstairs. That's killed it. I may have fucked me that bend there. Same with that one. I got real lucky at this one. A nice little bump, that one. Unsafety. I might be tempted to do a ringmaster. Oh, it's in the BMW. I'm not doing it in the BMW. In an hour's time. I don't know what to do. I might call it quits for the day. I don't think there's anything else going that I really want to do. I mean, we could do this. Yeah, we're doing this. This is either going to go really badly or really good. One or the other. I haven't got wheel damage. Depends what series you're into and what you like doing. Depends what series you like doing. I mean, if you like sport cars, the Toyota, sorry, the touring cars is generally a good class to go to. Another good class in there is GT3, where you need to be D class, if not B class for that. If you're into oval racing, pretty much any oval car is really nice to drive. If you're into formula racing, Formula Super Lights is probably a good shout. But again, you gotta get into C class for that. It all depends what you're into. If you're like me and you're into everything, then anything will be pretty decent for you. Brother, we're in 2026. Not a lot of people's got a lot of money. I ain't got money myself. This shit ain't cheap to do. I exactly got money to chuck around. Fuck that shit. Just one of them things, you're gonna have to cut back on other things to be able to buy it. If you smoke, you're gonna have to cut back on smoking. If you drink, you're gonna have to cut back on alcohol. You know what I mean? You gotta cut back on other hobbies to be able to afford this one. That's what I did. I quit going to pub drinking. That saved a lot of money. Then I stopped going to cinema every week and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just depends what you love more. iRacing or your other hobbies. Is that with streaming services? If you've got Netflix, Prime, Disney, if you've got like everything like that, just have one running actively for a month. That's another good thing you can do. So like have Netflix for 1 month, then cancel that, then get Disney for 1 month, then cancel that, then get Prime for 1 month, and then catch up on your series by binge watching instead of having multiple streaming services at one time. That'll save you a lot of money. A lot of money that'll save you. That's just the way you got to look at it, unfortunately. It's like I've got a friend, I know someone what fucking sits there smoking drugs every minute of every single day. He probably spends an easy $300 a month on drugs. And then he complains that he can't afford to eat while he's spending $300 on drugs. You know what I mean? So you've got to look at what you can sacrifice to be able to do what you want to look, what you love. Like my mate, he's just done. He's just got a qualified truck driver, and he had to sacrifice hobbies to be able to do it. He had to sacrifice things to be able to afford to do his truck driving license. You know what I mean? And that's the way you got to look at it. I know it's a bad way of looking at it, and it's not exactly really good advice, but we're in 2026 at the moment, and everyone's struggling for money because of cost of living crisis. Like, I don't know how bad it is where you are at the moment, but it's like where we are in UK. Rent is what, £600-700 a month, and then food bill, like the food bill used to cost £150 a month at most, and now you're pushing like £400 a month for your food bill. You know what I mean? So it's like everything's getting expensive. We've got to start looking at sacrifices. It's like if on Twitch, if you subscribe to like 15 people on Twitch, you're gonna have to cancel them 15 subscriptions to be able to afford it. You know what I mean? If you work, try picking up more hours, overtime and stuff like that if you can. Or even possibly a second job if you've got time, second part-time job at weekends or something. Just so you can save up for a couple of months. It's like the PC I've got, it's like all my gaming rig what I've got here. Yeah, it did cost an absolute fucking fortune to be able to buy it all. However, it took me best part of 5 years to save up before I bought it. And I made a lot of sacrifices over that 5 years to be able to buy it. You know what I mean? Like my gaming PC itself, I probably got like £3,000 into that, £3 in that. And just think what that £3 could have gone to. You know what I mean? I had to make a lot of sacrifices over 5 years to be able to save up money to be able to buy what I've got. That's where you just have to start looking at it if money is tight, unfortunately. Time are we on? I am gonna go top up my drink and everything because this race is about an hour long. It's 75 laps. So if there's a lot of safety cars, there's gonna be a long race. So I'm gonna go top up all my drinks and everything. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Wall there. See how this is gonna go. Yeah, I was going to do a touring car race after this, but I think I'm going to call it quits after this one. I'm really starting to feel tired now. So I think I'm going to finish this race. We'll get some food, have a nice hot bath, and go and stick a film on for the night. Oh, fucking hell. 8th place at 1.3. If he don't get that above a 2.0, he's getting demoted at the end of this season. Ugh. Yo, time, how we going, brother? I'm really fucking tired at the moment. I stopped up till like 2:30 in the morning. So we're being a spotter for my mate in touring cars race. And I was planning on sleeping till like 11 o'clock in the morning. But I woke up at 8 and I couldn't get back to sleep. I woke up without an alarm as well. So I am really fucking tired at the moment. So this is going to be my last one today, and I'm going to go chill out for evening. How's yourself? How have you been? But with this race, it's either it will last the full 75 laps, or we get wrecked, like what's happened with him there. Or he's just wrecked someone else.
Boy, that didn't take long.
Damn. Oh yeah, it's been one of them. Oh, it's been good. So I don't mind it because I'm working late. I'm working two weeks of late. So next week I'm working late as well. So it doesn't matter if I have a lay-in in the morning or how long I stay up, so I can just have a lay-in. But yeah, I was planning on sleeping till like 11 o'clock. I set my alarm for 11 o'clock and I woke up at 8. Because I must have got to sleep at like 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. Because I was wide awake after spotting from my friend.
3 and 4.
And I fucking woke up at 8 o'clock. I'm just like, really? Really? Sort of a thing. And I couldn't get back to sleep as well. So I'm going to do a pulled pork in slow cooker tonight. When I go to bed tonight, I'm going to stick slow cooker on and do a pulled pork. So I've got something nice to eat tomorrow when I wake up. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I went down to my butcher's, local butcher's, about 2 weeks ago, and I got a what you call it? I got pork loin from butcher's, and it was 3.5 foot long, like fucking big as well, like big and juicy like that, and it was 3.5 foot long for £25, I think it were. So I've cut it all up into joints and froze it. So I think I've got some like 8 pork loin joints frozen in freezer. Oh yeah, with anything meat related, I get it from butchers because it's cheaper. It used to be cheaper at the supermarkets, but now it's cheaper at the butchers. Like I went down, and when I got that pork loin, I got £20 in money's worth of sausages, Columbuson sausages, and I think I got something like 30-40 sausages as well. Oh yeah, I've got TikTok. I've not uploaded to that since last time I played Forza. It just got too much. It's like everything's under the same name. But I went really heavy on everything for years. For absolutely years. And I just got tired of it. I got tired of it. And then, because there were no drifting in Forza, that kind of killed all my content. So I kind of just stopped making videos after that. For what killed it for me, was like what killed FM for me were, I'm a drifter. I've been drifting from FM3 to FM7. All I've ever done is drifting. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what I mean. They've added drifting, but it's fucking shit how they've done it. And it took them 2 years to add drifting as well. So it's like when FM8 come out, that just pretty much killed all my content for YouTube. So I had to go to racing. So I did racing for 2 years, and that just killed all content for my YouTube and TikTok and everything. And then they brought drifting out, and they did it so fucking shit. It was just like, I didn't even bother with it. I did it for a little bit, but after that I just didn't really bother with it. But what drove me away from Forza onto iRacing, what finally drove me away, is I bought wheel and pedals and a sim rig. I wanted to race properly on Forza with wheel and pedals and everything. So I spent an absolute fortune on it, and I loaded into Forza on FM. And any rear-wheel drive car you drive, as soon as you put the slightest bit of brakes on, your car does a 360. So it took me a month. It took me a month to dial it in, and I got it dialed in after a month, so it actually worked. And then the game updated and reset all the settings. And after when that happened, I just went, fuck this shit, and just moved to iRacing. And I've been on this ever since, pretty much. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Forza. Like, I still love Forza. I'll always will love Forza Motorsport, but what they did to FM8 just killed the series for me. Because it's like that with FM8. It was supposed to have a 10-year lifespan. Because it was supposed to be like a live subscription service, like what iRacing is, where you consistently keep getting updates and updates and updates for it. You know what I mean? And that's it. That as well. It's like, and they did that post into saying that they're dropping all support for FM this year. No new content coming in, and it was just like, well, it's like with the drift hopper. It's like with the drift hoppers at the moment. Like, I am a big points drifter. Like, I do tandem drift, but if I had to choose between tandem drifting or points drifting, I choose points drifting all day, because that's what I grew up doing for the last 15 years. But the point system, what they did on that game for the online hoppers, were utter fucking shit. Because, like, the open, it was like, if you remember on FM7, they had rear-wheel drive, they had rear-wheel drive hoppers. Right now, they had rear-wheel drive hoppers. Then they had that were 8 minutes, and it rotated onto the next track. And then it had the hopper, what everyone could go in for any drivetrain, what rotated every 8 minutes. And then it had a open drift hopper, where it just basically stayed on one track until people finally decided to vote a different track. And the only people that loved that was tandem drifters, because they could sit and do the same track over and over for a week solid. So the only people what loved that were tandem drifters. But that is the only hopper they brought into FMA. However, the point system that they brought in, like if I go in there, for example, I chain 500k, bank it, so I'm at first place with 500k, and then I can just sit there wrecking everyone, so they ain't got a chance at getting that door again. Do you know what I mean? And just sit in that lobby for all day and just not allow anyone to get remotely close to that score by just tapping them so they lose all the points. If they did the point systems how they did it in the open hopper on FM7, where if you banked it, it was like an overall, so you could get points, bank it, get points, bank it, and it all went to the score. Do you know what I mean? Not leaderboard. If they did it like that, it wouldn't be so fucking bad. But how they've done it now, the only way you are going to get first place is being the first one in lobby. Being the first one in lobby, then fucking trolling everyone else so they can't do it. Or being an all-wheel drive drifter. Now, I ain't got nothing wrong with all-wheel drive drifters. I really haven't. I was all-wheel drive drifter myself. The best part of 14 years, 13 years before I switched to rear-wheel drive. And I still love all-wheel drive drifting. But with how they've done it, they've pretty much turned around and went, yeah, if you want to get on leaderboard, you've got to be an all-wheel drive drifting now. You know what I mean? Like they've basically locked leaderboards to all-wheel drive drifters from doing that point system is what they've got. And they've just completely shut out every other drivetrain. It's like I did it, I tried doing it on Fujima. When Fujima come out, I got a lap and a half. I got a lap and a half, and I got 600k in a lap and a half. Oh, sorry, just over 500k in a lap and a half in rear-wheel drive. And my tyres were shot. Like my tyres were completely dead, and I couldn't get up the mountain no more. Like, I could still come down fine, but I just couldn't get up the mountain to finish it off. And then I just thought, fuck it, I'm jumping in all-wheel drive just to see what I can get in all-wheel drive. And I got best part of 1.5 million points in all-wheel drive. Basically, in all-wheel drive, I could run it until my tank were empty. I didn't have to worry about tyre wear. I could just run it till my tank were empty, and I got like 1.5 million in all-wheel drive because of the point system. And it's just like, it's good for all-wheel drive drifters, but it just knocks the fun completely out for everyone else. Like, completely knocks the fun out for everyone else. We've got a flyer.
Great job, man. Great job.
Yeah, what happened?
It's just...
Guy decided to race me like if it were the last lap.
It's just kind of one of them.
It was
It's like that
looking
clutch slip. You know that clutch slip what they brought in?
Yeah, I don't need to, man.
That is...
17, but the guy just,
Oh, that clutch slipping is the worst thing they've ever brought in as well. Like, out of everything they've done with the drifting, the clutch slipping is the worst. Because it's... What right now? It's like me and Kitta, Fire Saints on Twitch. Like, we could tandem the entire Fujima over and over and over again. But on certain corners, on the mountain going uphill, we just can't do it because of clutch slippage. And it'll even do it, even if we drop down to first gear, it will just slip like 5 seconds and just completely kill the tandem drift. and you can hear the cars doing it. Like you can hear the cars doing it. You know what I mean? Like just fucking going absolutely through roof on rev limiter. It's just I don't. It's killed my passion for it. I think that's the best way I can put it. FM8 killed my passion for drifting. That's why I moved to this, and I've not been on pretty much any other driving game since. Well, it's like a lot of people's done the same with LMU. Like, look at people like Stokey Joe, for example, and Blurry and Bucky, and you know what I mean, Prav. You know, all the die-hard Forza fans. They've all gone to LMU. I think the only one out of our old group that still plays Forza is Joe and yourself, I think. That's how much they killed the passion for everyone. It is what it is, though. That's one of the reasons why I feel sorry for people who's on Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, who haven't got a PC and on Xbox, because you don't have anything else to play really at the moment. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's like with me. Our note from FM3, all I did were all-wheel drive. FM4, I did a little bit of all-wheel drive. Sorry, a little bit of rear-wheel drive and a little bit of front-wheel drive, just to get what you call it, just to get the average up on leaderboards. So I did rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive just to get my average up on leaderboards, and that's how I went to like 150th in world to like 60th in world, just from getting the averages up in them other two drivetrain. Then FM5, I mainly did all-wheel drive. I played FM6 for about a month until my Xbox broke, and then when FM7 come out on PC, I tried doing all-wheel drive, and I was just bored. I was just fucking bored. I was bored of it. So that's when I switched to rear-wheel drive after that. But yeah, there's just no content there anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, even when you look at stuff on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, like any content Forza wise now, what pulls views is what you call it, is Forza Horizon. For FM is just dead. Content wise, FM's just dead. There's like, if you look at my YouTube channel, do you know what I mean? It's like, I've got over 1,000 videos from Forza. You know what I mean? I think I've got some like 1,400 videos on there, and 1,000 of them, over 1,000 is Forza. You know what I mean? And it's like, same with Kitty, Fire Saints. It's just killed the fun. I'm pitting it. Fuck it. get some new tires. But yeah, it's just that basically what Turn 10 and Microsoft did to the Forza community was that just stuck up the middle finger. That's basically what Turn 10 and Microsoft did. And every time I say that to people who are a die-hard Forza fan like I used to be, they get upset about it. Then like 6 months later, they come back and like, yeah, I agree with you. Well, I do miss it. I do miss it. I do miss it, but until they fix the game and bring back what we all want, I don't think I'm ever going back to it. Yeah. But I said it from day one. Right, soon as Forza Horizon come out, soon as the very, very first Forza Horizon come out, it killed the Forza Motorsport series. I have just fucking killed it dead. And then what made it worse was on FM7. Because if you remember, around 2021, Turn 10 or whoever, Microsoft, whoever, lost a lot of licensing for that game. So they just completely removed it from storefront. So if you played that game on Game Pass, you could no longer play it anymore. And it was like night and day different. As soon as they did it, it was night and day different on how many people were on that game. And the only people what were left on it were people like me and you who bought the game outright, or who could go down to the store and get it on disc. That was the only people what was left on that game. They pretty much killed the community on that, the entire community on that one move. The only thing what's annoying about doing these races is people only do it for SR. So when race starts like that, they just let off straight away. But they don't get out of the way, they do it, they just sit in the middle of the track and let off. So you just end up plowing them. So you've got to keep your eye out for people what do that at start of a race restart. Otherwise you end up plowing someone. It's happened that many times to myself that I don't need lube anymore. Yep. Every time that track come up, I didn't play it. I voted to skip it, and if no one skipped it, I sat there searching like an hour until I got a different lobby. And then when I did get a different lobby, it was Le Mans. Like, how the fuck is Le Mans in the rotation for drifting? That's my race over. I don't think we get fast repairs in this. Yeah, race is done. Oh yeah, it's just. It's like, do you remember FM7? When FM7 first come out, do you remember them putting drag strips in drift hoppers? Remember them putting like quarter a mile, half a mile long drag strips in drift hoppers? And we literally just sat there for 8 minutes, just firing up and down drag strip. Have a look at some of these other accidents. I think he ended up wrecking someone else and all of that. Yeah, he ended up wrecking 2 other people. I'd have been pissed if all them behind. Oh, on release, because like when it come out, FM7 only had one update. Only had one major update, FM7, and that was, I think it was like 8 to 10 months after its release date. But for that first 8 to 10 months, like in the drift hopper rotation, we got quarter mile drag strips, half a mile, 1 mile long drag strips, and you literally we just sat there driving up and down drag strip for 8 minutes, waiting for the next track to come up, and then it got stuck in. Then it got like stuck in a bug. So the next track and the previous track were 2 drag strips. So then you had to vote a random track, praying that the random track wasn't another drag strip, and then you press the random track and you got another drag strip. Oh, it was fucking horrendous. And when it were drifting as well, they only had rear-wheel drive hoppers. They didn't have open hoppers or anything like that. They only had one rear-wheel drive hopper as well. So that pissed off a lot of the community. That's what I saw went flying. It did. It was, we were all just sat there ramming each other and driving up and down. So there was nothing you could do for 8 minutes. But it's like, what's annoying though, is when there's something broken, they patch it straight away. Like something fun, like a bug what's fun, what really causes no damage, it's just a fun bug. They will fix that straight away, but they won't fix the game breaking bug. And to use that as an example, do you remember the outer map bug on the airfield, where you could get outside the map? Like, if you got out with all your mates, oh, you had some fucking fun out there, and there were no reason to fix that, because the only thing what you did on the airfield was tag and free play. That was the only 2 things you did on airfield, and they fixed it. They fixed it within a month or so. And there were another bug. It wasn't a bug, but on the airfield, you know how they've got gaps throughout containers? There were one gap where the 1965 Mini Cooper could fit, and it was the only car that could fit in the gap between the containers. And they fixed that within a month. and it was just like there's so many other game breaking bugs on that game what they refuse to fix. But anything what were fun, they fucking were like, yeah, we'll fix that straight away. Boom. Or like that. It's like FM8 with a leaderboard bug on FM8 for drifting. That way you could carry your points from previous lap over onto your next lap. I reported that about 5 or 10 times, something like that. I reported that, and they didn't fix it at all. Like they didn't fix it for about a year. And there were a bump drafting bug as well on FM8, where if someone, I don't know if they fixed this one, but basically when you're bump drafting in NASCAR or in any car, if you're the car in front, right as the car behind's about to hit you to bump you, you bring up your telemetry and you close it, and you get a fucking massive speed boost. And that I don't think they've fixed that one yet. But the drifting leaderboard bug, they didn't fix that at all, and it were in for about a year. And then I just said fuck it, I'm releasing the video on it. What I uploaded to report to turn 10, I made it private to report it or unlisted, so only people with link could see it. And I just went fuck it, I'm making it public. And then it started getting a lot of traction, and then they fixed it. And it's like you've got a game breaking bug like that, and the only way you'll fix it is when someone creates a video on it and it starts getting traction and it makes you look bad. You know what I mean? And it's like fucking stupid. But yeah, with that bump drafting one, I'll try and find it for you so I can show you if you don't know it. It was a major fucking game breaking bug, and I think it's still in the game, if I remember rightly. Where is it now? I think that's too far back. Yeah, that's too far back. Yeah, it's too far back. Is it still up or is it being removed? Have they reported it and it being removed? That I did get messages from Turn 10 devs asking me to take it down, and I refused to. And it looks like it's been taken down. Oh, this is it. That's it. That's me doing it. Let's see if I can find the video of me showing you how to do it. I don't think is it still up? That's not up. The one showing you how to do it isn't up anymore. But just get going. If you watch when you get up to bump drafty, you press down on your D-pad and bring telemetry up like that, and see the boost what you get. You get a fucking massive boost. And it was absolutely game breaking. But it is what it is. But I'm going to call it there. I was going to do the endurance racing, but if I did the out the map glitch on tag, I did it as I only did it once I got tagged. So I'd play it normally, chasing around, get tagged, then I'd tag one or two other people, and then I'd just go and have fun outside the map. That's what I did on it. But I was gonna do this one at 8 o'clock in an hour's time, but I'm fucked. I'm hungry and I'm fucked. So I think we're gonna call it there. Oh, that's a good neck crack. But if you're around next week time, next from Tuesday onwards, it's week 13. And basically what week 13 means is it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. Because there's a lot of unofficial races, so it doesn't affect your safety rating or your I rating. So it's pretty much a destruction derby for a week. It is so much fucking fun. So I'm gonna be enjoying that from Tuesday onwards. And done the glitch to get out. Definitely warrants a patch, yeah. But it's like the gripe I've got with it. The gripe I've got with it is they'll fix something like that in a heartbeat, but they won't fix anything else what's broken. You know what I mean? Like that's just the gripe what I've got with it. And it's same with FM8. Instead of fixing like with FM8, I don't know if it's still a thing, but on PC, and I think you got it on console now, in qualifying, the game used to freeze for 2 to 5 seconds. And when the game froze for 2 to 5 seconds, it also affected your lap times for 2 to 5 seconds. That bug has been in the game. That bug has been in the game since day one. And when I quit playing it in 2025 in February, that bug was still in the game, and that bug's been in the game since day one. And when I quit playing it, I think we were on like the 18th update. We're on something like the 18th update, and they still hadn't fixed that bug, what's been in the game since day one. Do you know what I mean? So instead of fixing the core value and the core issue in the game, they just rather bring out a new track or a new car or fix something what didn't really need to be fixed. Do you know what I mean? It's just that way tracks. Well, we're at Silverstone when Silverstone first come out. The turn one sausage just fucking sent you. Like it absolutely fucking sent you. And it weren't even a sausage, it was just like a bug in one of the curbs. And it took them forever to fix that. Oh, what about that one? What about that one? They did a big update, a massive update, and they forgot to reapply the patch where back markers go ghost. Remember that time? Where they did it, I think it was like update 14 or something, 13, 14, and it was a big update, and they forgot to reapply the update, what turns back markers ghost. So, and we had to deal with that shit for 3 to 6 months until they reapplied that patch. Like an absolute game-breaking bug like that, especially on Forza, an absolute game-breaking bug. And they were just like, fuck it, we'll do it in 3 to 6 months. And it was so fucking bad. It was so bad. Right. Like I said, I know I'm talking shit about it. I do love the game. You know what I mean? I do love it, and I always will love it. But until they fix it, I'm not playing it again. I don't even think I've got it installed on my PC. Ever since I come on to this in 2025, I don't think I've got it on my PC anymore. And I will reinstall. If I fix it, I will reinstall it. But if they're not fixing it, then I'm not do you know what I mean? Yeah. There really is too many issues they'll never fix. And the reason why they'll never fix it is because people haven't got anything else to play. People who are stuck on Xbox, they don't have anything else to play. So they are locked into playing Forza. Like, if they want to play something serious, they are pretty much locked into playing Forza. And I've said it, because LMU is coming to Xbox and PlayStation. We don't know when, but it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation. And I've always said, the day that comes to console, Forza's dead. Like, Forza Motorsport will just die straight away as soon as that game comes to console. Yeah. Yeah. It's that corner there. That one there. Right, if you can see it with mouse. But yeah, that one there. It is absolutely fucked, because during they had it on Rivals. They had this track on Rivals, and I tried getting a fucking good score on Rivals, and the only way I could get a good score on Rivals leaderboard were if I drifted the track, stopped drifting there, banked to the points, then start. Yeah, yeah. It's like the only way I could get a lap was stop drifting there, bank the points, then start drifting here again after the corner. That is the only way I could get a score on this track on drifting, because this corner, no matter what you did and no matter what you do, you always lost the points. No matter what angle you took, how quick, how slow you went, you always lost them on that bend. And it was just like, it was fucking. There's a few other tracks like that as well. I can't remember off the top of my head anymore, but there is a few other tracks like that as well. And it's just like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing it? What's the point? But it is what it is. Well, I'm gonna go jump off now. Time anyway. Oh. There's two other tracks like it. I can't remember which ones they are, but I know there's two other tracks like it. It's not as aggressive, but it is there. I can't remember which ones they are now, but yeah, it's a pain. But yeah, I'm gonna go jump off now. Time. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. Go and get a bath and chill out for night. Oh yeah, nice talking to you again. Anyway, it's been a long time. If I don't catch you again in next one, I hope you have a good rest of your week, brother. Yeah. Same with you, time. Nice catching up, and like I say, if I don't see you in next one, I hope you have a good next week. And take care, brother. Take care.